parents would come to parent teachers conference and be like, मारते क्यों नहीं आप इसको? Why don't you beat my child? Beat my child. My child learns only the language of violence. Beat. Here is scale. I have bought a steel one for you.
That is very concerning.
It is concerning, but this is what happened once in I think it's probably like class 2 or 3. We had a teacher, we'll call her Bononono. She was very horrible. Okay, she loved beating children. Okay, it was like her hobby.
Ew.
Yeah, she like no, it was not like she just would do it. She enjoyed it.
Yeah,
She
she was
savored it.
sadistic.
Yeah. And I remember I was one of the good children because I would study, I would do all my homework, my grades were great.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Because I didn't have a life.
Mhm.
But even then, one day I didn't remember something. I don't know exactly what had happened, but I think I sort of gave the wrong answer to something, probably. She called me. She had those yellow wooden scales.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
And she asked me to bend down.
Oh, no.
And then she took the scale and gave a big fat whack on my back, not my ass.
Why
My
did she
back.
say bend down then?
Because she wanted to give it to my
Like
on my
this.
back. Yes, she didn't want to
Oh.
get up. She was fat. Okay, she didn't want to get up, and she gives this big fat whack on my back, and the wooden scale, new wooden scale, breaks into
Oh
two
my
pieces.
god.
And you know what my parents did? Guess.
Did they vacuum more?
No,
Thank
my
God.
parents replaced her scale
Oh my god.
with a new one.
What? I am so sorry. I feel bad. What?
And
They
then-
felt bad that
Yeah.
your teacher.
Well, like, you suffered a loss, a financial loss.
scale.
We will cover it for you.
Oh wait, do you want a supply of scales?
Yeah.
We'll give
If
you.
this doesn't like sort of represent the Indian education
my
system, nothing
God.
does. Yeah.
You should have a fear of scales now.
I used to at one point of time, but then I was like, okay, fuck it. Beating is part of my life. Just accepted it.
What?
Yeah. Anyways, that was one of the times I was beaten in school. There are other times also. There's one other time which is even funnier.
When was getting beaten up funny?
It's not funny. It was not funny then.
Thinking
right?
about it
But-
now is.
No, but the entire circumstance around it is funny. So I'll tell you the entire story. Okay. So here's what had happened. There was this teacher. We'll call him Ajanta.
Okay.
Okay. This now Mr. Ajanta was a horrible teacher. Not because he didn't know how to teach, but because he was uneducated himself. Okay. Like he had a degree, but he had not taught what he's supposed to teach. Because teachers over there were not very well paid or whatever, right? So you didn't get high quality teachers anyway. Now all of this I did not think back then. Back then it was like garbage teacher,
Okay.
right? And he only came as a substitute in classes, right? But the core idea is all of us know that the teacher is garbage and we would gossip about the teacher, right? Now when the teacher has come, just before the teacher coming, we know that he's about to come. We are all talking about how garbage he is. He doesn't know how to teach and all of that, right? And then he comes and then he starts teaching us and giving us notes, right? To write. So he's dictating things and we are
which
supposed
class
to
was this?
write it down. This was probably class 7 or 8.
Okay.
Probably class 7 or 8. I see from my angle that he has a notebook open, right? A notebook, and inside that he has a guidebook open. Okay. You know what guidebooks are? Basically, so he's supposed to teach us English, and
The answers are in the
it's
guidebook.
basically pre-written answers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now reciting from a guidebook is not a problem, right? But he's hiding it
Mhm.
by a notebook to give the children the impression
That
that
he
it's
knows
his
the
own
answer,
answers.
yes.
Okay. Now I realized that, I saw it, and then I told it to all the friends in our group. I was like, dude, he's cheating. Okay. Like that's the only word we know. He's cheating. Okay. And then the girls, they sort of egged me on, right? They were like, yeah, I wish someone told him something about this. And I was like,
Let
your
me
wish
be the
has come
hero.
true. I will do it. So I stand up and I was like, sir, now for context, he already hates me. Okay. Because I was good at English. Okay. And he was a substitute. And the actual teacher really liked me and gave me a lot of good grades and all of that. But because a substitute, he has some ego issues and all of that, he did not like me because I was good at it. I knew all the answers, so he could never really punish me because I got great marks. He could not do anything about it, right? So there was that dynamic was there. He was one of those teachers who was like, I want to make his life hell. I just don't know. I just want a reason, right? And I stand up like a bitch, like a dumb bitch. I say, sir, you are cheating. And there's silence in the room, like pin drop silence. Before there was murmur, chatter. All of that is now silent.
Everybody's like,
Everybody's like, what did he just say? Did he just say it? And then even the teacher is a bit shocked. He's like, what did he say? I was like, sir, you're cheating. There's a guidebook under your notebook. And then he's like, come outside. Come outside. Get out of your chair.
Mhm.
And now my heart is racing a mile a minute, right? But I have to appear like the big, strong person, right? And I get out. Now, as soon as I get out, he holds my collar, drags me. Okay. We were in the second last bench. He dragged me through the front and then dragged me out of the class, right? And punched me in the face
oh,
2 to 3 times.
Hello.
Yeah. And then slapped me a few times. Okay. And I started crying there, but no one can see me because I'm outside, right? He's done it out of everyone's view. But the smacks and the punches everyone can hear, right? So it's fucked up and I'm crying.
What?
Yeah.
Hello.
And then he lets go and he's like, go back. Okay. Now I wipe my tears as if my face isn't completely red and the tear marks are not there. And then I walk in with a smile, fake smile, as if nothing has happened. I am very strong. Nothing has happened at all. Because I wanted to sort of appear strong to the girls. Yeah. True story.
Are you okay?
Am I? I don't know.
You should have been in your villain era by now. Like, you should have destroyed the world or something. No, you're not normal.
Yeah.